to the CIMIS laboratory here, which is part of the CNRS, and we are here with Christian Joachim, who is in charge of this whole project, and he's been in charge of it for the last 4 years. The race, the most awaited race this year for cars, took off at 11 o'clock this morning. It's now 7 o'clock. We've had lots of information about what's been going on. Christian,
oui, yes.
As we talk about, we look at the animation,
yes,
we see that 2 teams have arrived.
Yes.
The Swiss team have arrived, and of course the other team, which was Austrian and the American.
Yes.
Here's the rankings here.
Yes.
First 2. Basically, then you have 4, the Germans, the Americans, the French and the Japanese, who basically haven't budged.
Yes, yes.
What's gone wrong?
Something gone wrong at the beginning of the, not exactly beginning of the race. At 11:40 this morning, we get a software crash. And this software crash, we anticipate this, but unfortunately one of the pilots was already tired, and he made a little mistake about the protocol we have anticipated for this type of crash, and crashed the tip. And crashing the tip, he destroys the tip and the surface. So this was one problem. And after that, the Japanese suffered as a consequence the same thing. And 2 of them, which were very ready for the race, had to restart everything from zero.
As we show some of the highlights of today on the screen very shortly, we'll be seeing how the day started this morning all the way through this evening. How do you explain how the 2 teams that did reach, see here, how did they reach the finish point so quickly?
First of all, because if you compare on the screen, you see a few molecules. We take the decision at the beginning of the race to open the race to all type of molecules to see the difference and to see the progress or learn the progress between big molecule and small molecule. And in fact, it turned out that we were right from this point because the 2 molecules we just arrived are rather small molecule in terms of weight, although they are well equipped internally or externally with wheels or internal motor. This is a 2 light one compared to the big one, like the big buggy from Toulouse, which is apparently, this one is still too heavy to be driven, but we have to make progress also.
So even though this race was really a fun event for science, you've actually learnt something today already?
Yes, we learned something in particular for the 2 winners. The first thing is they have a little bit different type of strategies about driving, and we are going to analyze why those strategies are different or not, and to in fact analyze in detail their experiment. It was a real life experiment, which is also something interesting. And after this analysis, we learn why they succeed to excite so well their molecule.
And I guess what's really important is what the Austrian-American team said, is that they want to share all this information about their car with the wider scientific community.
But obviously, this is the things to do, because I think all of them will share the information. Not only the information of the driving, but for example, the information, something which is already a bit forgotten now, the difficulties during 2 weeks that those 4 teams on the 4 probe works together to succeed to have 4 different molecules on the same surface.
So, you who've been preparing this event for the last 4 years, what's your feelings tonight, 8 hours after the beginning of this race?
Tired. First, and secondly, very happy, because after the first crash, I get the impression that maybe it will be a very hard day, but up to now, the machine is perfect, everything running, and I expect this will go for until maybe 17 tomorrow afternoon, sorry.
So, as we look ahead to tomorrow, because we go back on live tomorrow,
yes.
What can we expect tomorrow for everyone who's watching us and who's following us on social media? What can we expect tomorrow?
Tomorrow, the 4 teams which have troubles up to now, Toulouse, Ohio, Tsukuba and Dresden, they have decided, after a little bit of deception, around 6 o'clock or 4:30, or something like that, depending on the teams, they have decided to take the lead again, and they will run all the night to restore their track and to start to reach 110 or 100 nanometer by 5 o'clock tomorrow afternoon.
How is morale amongst the French and Japanese teams, despite the poor progress?
I think the morale, the worst morale is the Dresden team.
Okay.
Because they have a fantastic molecule. Even if they all have fantastic molecule, but they were very ready, and they got a big problem this morning.
So you'll give them a nice glass of red wine tonight from the region?
Maybe red, but we'll see.
Okay. So Tomorrow morning, we're back here live at 8 o'clock Paris time as we continue this fabulous race. And after a day of dramatic events, we'll see what happens tomorrow. And we really hope that you get to join us for the second day of what is a world first, this nano race involving the tiniest possible cars that will ever exist on this planet. So thank you very much for following us today. Thank you, Christian. Join us again tomorrow morning at 8 a.m.
Okay, thank you.